Top most reasons why power supply is the most effective reason for data loss in hard disk. Have you ever had an unexpected data loss in your hard drive? Chances are, it could have been prevented if you had known the most effective reason for why this happened: power supply. In this video, we'll discuss the top most reasons why power supply is the most effective reason for data loss in hard drives and what steps you can take to prevent it from happening again. So let's get started. When it comes to data loss in hard disk, the power supply is often the most effective reason. This is because the power supply provides the spinning disks with the required energy to function. If there is an interruption in the power supply, it can cause the disks to stop spinning, which will eventually lead to data loss. Why is the power supply so important? The power supply is the most important reason for data loss in hard disk because it provides the power to the disk drive. If the power supply fails, the disk drive will not be able to function and the data on the disk will be lost. If you suspect that your power supply may be failing, it is important to contact a qualified technician as soon as possible to avoid data loss. In addition to providing power to the disk drive, the power supply is also responsible for regulating the voltage of the electricity that is sent to the components in your system. This helps keep your system running smoothly and prevents damage to your hardware due to incorrect voltage levels. Why is power supply such a risk factor in data loss? There are many reasons why power supply is the most effective reason for data loss in hard disk. One of the main reasons is that when the power supply is not working properly, it can cause the disk to spin up and down erratically. Another reason is that when the power supply is not working properly, it can cause the read/write head to move erratically and hit the disk platter, which can also damage the disk and cause data loss. Top reason why power supply is a risk factor in data loss. Here's a closer look at why power supply is such a risk factor in data loss and what you can do to protect your data from this threat. One of the biggest dangers of power outages is that they can cause physical damage to your hard drive. If the heads that read and write data on your drive are in the wrong position when the power goes out, they can crash into the platters that store your data. Even if a power outage doesn't cause physical damage to your hard drive, it can still lead to logical damage that makes your data inaccessible or corrupted. That way, if something does happen to your primary data, you'll have a copy to fall back on. In addition to backing up your data regularly, you should also invest in an uninterruptible power supply (UPS) for your computer. This device protects it from sudden power outages by providing a temporary buffer of battery power when the electricity is cut off. That way, if the power does go out, you'll have time to safely shut down your computer before any damage is done. We hope this video has given you some insight into why a good quality power supply can be so effective at preventing data loss in your hard disk and how you can ensure you are using one that will keep your valuable files safe. Thanks for watching video. Goodbye.